beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome to viewers. I just got back into town. Time for MME Solo. I don't know if anyone wants to come on or not. I'm not sure. Actually, it was MME International stream. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it today, and I was like, I'll just go live instead of deleting the stream. There's a few things to talk about. Interesting stuff. I know the title of this video and the main topic is going to get people triggered because it's Geekosity. I don't care. I want to talk about it because I think it's interesting. Is it too good to be true? Potentially. Not telling you to believe it. Believe at your own risk. Do I have to keep saying? Maybe I should start saying that. Where is my thumbnail here? Hold on a second. I'll show you guys. Let's see who's in the chat too in a second here. If you are just getting here, remember to smash. Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta delete that. And if you have any topics you want me to cover, there's a lot going on. I could probably talk to you viewers directly as well about the channel, if I'm having a good time, what I like talking about, and the future of the channel. I'm pretty much going to go status quo and have as many people as I can, many topics I can. I think I'm going to do more hot takes. I love doing hot takes. Is it Rel? Is it better I do this topic? I'll explain. Like, people get so triggered over the Mikey Sutton and Geekosity, and it's really not anything to get triggered about. It's, it is what it is. It's an entertainment site. I understand that people want authenticity in reporting, but to me personally, it's not much different than the other trades. It's spin, it's bias, it's narratives. Everyone does it. So that's my point of view. I'm not hating on my friends that want to criticize. Go right ahead. I don't give a shit. Antonio, what's up, man? Yeah, in this whole back and forth, I've gotten to the point where I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just want to talk what I want to talk about. Hey, Chubby Teddy, you want to come on the show? Chubby Teddy, you want to come on the show? You want to come on? Do you want to come on then? Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on? You want to come on? If anyone wants to come on, do you want to come on? I got some stuff to work on. Yeah, listen. All right. Now that I'm alone, I will tell you my true thoughts about Mikey Sutton and the Geekosity and Sil. I think there's things going on. I don't know if everything they're saying is going to come true. I don't think they're necessarily lying. I don't think it's hard to get sources, especially when you're in this game. I also know from doing a little bit of research on Mikey's history, he used to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he used to go to cons all the time and talk to everybody. He's like a lifelong fan. So he probably does know some people. Does that mean everything's going to pan out? No. All right, hold on a second here. Let me Let me see if I could send Chubby Teddy a link, just in case you're available. You could pop in. I know it's short notice. All right. Let's get to the main topic. Another thing that I personally do when I'm looking at Geekosity information is I look at who wrote the article and if it's an exclusive or if it's an article that's sourced from another article online. Unfortunately, whether you like it or not, the internet nowadays to maintain a business, whether you think it's legit or bullshit, even on YouTube, you talk about everything where you source it from another site that may have rumors that may not necessarily have that much credibility. You just talk about it. My personal opinion is the Geekosity articles have a little more credibility than some of the articles on Geekosity that source from Giant Freaking Robots and other things. Of course, they get things wrong, and also how you handle things when you are wrong. I think that is a good point. Retractions and corrections would be really great to have more transparency there. But let's get to the main topic. I don't know. Should I turn this music up a little bit? Please smash that like button. We're feeding the ducks now. That's the music here. Feeding the ducks. All right. I'm sorry I'm not on camera. I just got home from out of town. This main topic here, and I know this is going to trigger some fools. Hey, Keely Chow, don't forget to smash the like button. Is the return of Zack Snyder. Oh, my dear Lord. Talking about Zack Snyder again. Now, does this get me excited? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to happen? I think there's a potential there. I really think there's a potential here. I think it's plausible. Am I on the train that it's too expensive to continue with Zack Snyder? No. I think use Zack Snyder if you can get him back, if it's possible. Use his strengths. Zack Snyder can do without shackles to him, can do an amazing R-rated superhero film. But it may be too good to be true. But look at the popularity of The Boys. If you want someone... Listen, The Boys is next level. The Boys is next level for the industry. It's violent. It's gory. It's sex. There's sex in it. Things happen. And I think it is pushing the genre even more so, with the MCU shows. If you really want to... And, well, look, the popularity of The Boys and Peacemaker. Okay? What can you do to compete with Disney? Don't compete with them. Do something different. And I think the popularity of both The Boys and Peacemaker... I'm just riffing here. I'm not telling you to believe this article. I would never tell you that. I'm saying I think it's plausible. I think it could happen. I would like it to happen. Now, what the other thing that would concern me, though, is if they do get him back, and this is accurate, and it's DC R-rated Zack Snyder DC Black Label films, how is that going to fit in with Momoa, Gal Gadot, and Henry Cavill's Superman? I don't think it would fit there much. So that's my concern if they were going that route. But Zack Snyder, Black Label, R-rated DC films, absolutely home run. Home run. Let me see. Well, I don't see them touching Flashpoint and R-rated Flash. I mean, I would say use the characters that make sense R-rated. Keely Chow says, all I want for Warner Bros. Discovery is to either make Discover Family Channel to be fun, or to watch or kill it in October. Discover Family sucks, and Discovery... Oh, wow. Okay. All right, let's read this article. Warner Brothers Discovery is interested in R-rated Black Label films for director Zack Snyder. On June 16th, 2020, I revealed that Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav had discussions to restore the Snyderverse. No, these talks were not with Snyder himself. After all, Zaslav hasn't stepped in the door yet. Rather, these talks were with people Zaslav had sought consultation. Indeed, sources... there's the sources. Hey, Ruby. Morbius. I heard the Morbius going back in the theaters did not do so well, unfortunately. And we'll cover other topics too. Just doing this quick topic here. Sources observe Zaslav is like a sponge. He absorbs ideas and numbers. Simply put, money fuels his interest in Snyder's work. Make no mistake, fanboy interests don't drive Zaslav's decisions. Okay. So that's saying even though fanboys want it, doesn't mean he's gonna do it if he thinks it's gonna make money. Zaslav is aware that Zack Snyder's Justice League was a global smash on HBO Max. Moreover, he admires the massive social engagement for the Snyderverse. That in this day and age, everyone complains about social media on social media. Let me repeat that. Everyone complains about how bad social media is on social media. So they use it to complain about it. People actually like social media. And there's great things you could do with social media. And you can't just dismiss a hashtag like that. Yes, there are problems. Yes, there's toxicity. Yes, there's all these things all and above on all kinds of social media platforms, especially when you're dealing with the hashtag. Not an excuse, just the reality. All right. So, he admires the massive social engagement for the Snyderverse. Yes. Instant free advertising. In addition, Zaslav and Snyder have a common bond. They both see the importance of DC Comics Trinity: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Now, with this title of this article, again, I just don't see... Can you hear me okay? Hold on a second. Maybe you can hear me better now? Okay. I just don't see, though, if they go the route of this article, how they're going to incorporate Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Flash in them. I don't see that way. I can see Batman for sure. But do we need more Batman? I mean, if it's Batfleck, I want it. But do we actually need more Batman stuff? It's, you know what? There is a need because Matt Reeves is gonna take his time on Batman too. I'm sorry. I'm not complaining about Matt Reeves' Batman, but he takes a long time. He takes a long time to get a project together. The previous Warner regime wanted to boot out the Snyderverse. These included Warner Brothers Pictures Group Chairman Toby Emmerich, Warner Brothers Chairman CEO Ann Chernoff, and DC Films President Walter Hamada. Warner Brothers Discovery wants Zack Snyder for R-rated DC Black Label films. In the same article I leaked, Zaslav would fire them all. 2 years later, Zaslav removed Emmerich, Chernoff. Hamada's state is temporary. I mean, this is all... There's something to this, I'm sorry. There's something to it. Is that a guess? There's things happening. There's definitely... He is... For one thing, here's the things that I'm most shocked by the whole Zaslav thing so far. How fast he is doing things. And he is cutting a lot of budgets, a lot of shows, a lot of projects. He's cutting a lot of fat. Is that because now what's he going to do with all those cuts? Is he going to deliver something else, or just going to be cut where there's nothing? I think these cuts give an opportunity for something big to happen. Does that mean it's going to? I don't know. Batman over Morbius. Morbin time. Ruby says, no, we need more of Justice League. Any other members, Batman always gets... Yeah, I want more Justice League as well. Donovan says, at least Reeves takes care of making a story than slapping one together half-ass. Don't trust Mikey. I think he's on to certain things. I think there's actively things happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a lot of smoke going on. It's not just status quo, that's for sure. But who knows what he's going to do with all that money that he cuts all these budgets for. He's trimming the fat, getting rid of redundancies, of too many executives, too many people. What is he going to do with that? That's the question. What is he going to do once he's done trimming all this fat? And this is pretty quick. This is pretty early in on everything happening. And I know a lot of my friends disagree with me, but I think it's naive to think Toby Emmerich just wanted it this way. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not executives. People in Hollywood don't want to take a step aside or take a step down. I just don't believe it. I think it's naive. That's just me. That's just my opinion, though. You can believe whatever you want. And then let me see here. Zaslav smashed the walls that blocked the Snyderverse. Obviously, that's not his reason for doing so. That's, I like the way he wrote this article so far. He's not saying he's doing it just for Snyderverse. Warner Brothers was a mess. Especially DC Films. I do believe that. I think it was a mess. Yes, you're right. There's things are happening, Rel, but who knows if that means it's going to be good for... I like the way in this article that Mikey said that doesn't mean he did it just for the Snyderverse. No, he did it because they're a mess. I like that. Now, of course, he caters his articles to Snyderverse fans because of him and his association with Sill as well. But I like that he put those two things in there. Listen, Jay Sinnies, I'm not saying that. And in the article, it says Warner Brothers was a mess. All I'm saying, Jay Sinnies, is that things are happening. What this means, I don't know yet. I think they're probably talking about a lot of possibilities. Hopefully something good pans out. I just want to see... I would like to see the characters continue. Cavill... And listen, everyone was saying that Cavill wasn't going to come back. And now Cavill, there's a lot of smoke there too, that Cavill might be coming back. Some of my friends said a $2 million Superman. Why wouldn't you just get a new Superman? Who wants to pay for a cheap Superman? If you want that, you go to the, no offense to Superman and Lois, you go to the CW if you want a cheap Superman. If you pay premium at the box office, you want a Cavill Superman. At least that's my thinking. That's my thinking. I don't think anyone wants a cheap Superman. I don't think it's that easy. Like a lot of people say, why don't you just go with someone that's cheaper? CJH says, my Twitter time was so great now that I purged the one with the TFM followers. Okay, cool. Jason, I want Zach happy doing what he wants to do. Why have him back in WB now? If he wants to, maybe, things have also changed for Netflix. Yes, I'm live, RJ. Why, you want to pop in? All right. I'll send the link if anyone wants to pop in. I'm just chilling. Morning. Okay. Yeah, because I would love to talk, I just went live. I got home, had some dinner with my wife, relaxed a little bit, and then I'm like, I'll stream about something. I don't know. Hold on a second here. I got the Duck song going. CJH says Obi-Wan is a great show and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Episode 3 was fantastic. Man of Steel was great, in my opinion. Possible cause Netflix lost millions. Well, with Zack, I think Rebel Moon has to be a big success. Things are getting, I believe that Army of the Dead was good for Netflix. I do. Especially having zombie type horror content is always good to have on your platform. That's, people engage with that content a lot on streaming. But Rebel Moon, he's got a hit. Rebel Moon's got a hit, and then he's going to have lots of choices. But I just don't know if Netflix is going to be front money like it used to. Who knows? Stranger Things is really good. Really good for Netflix. I did not watch. Actually, I want to go back and watch Game of Thrones again. Hey, RJ.
Hello, what are you talking about?
I just got home, and then the MME International didn't happen. They were just busy. So it's like, instead of deleting the stream, I'll just go live. Just do a quick topic. Just shoot the shit.
Okay.
But I do have your favorite website up.
Yeah, no, we had a great conversation last night, actually, about David Zaslav and Discovery and stuff, and I feel like it really got into the nitty-gritty of the business aspect of things.
Yeah. Well, that one article you had up I didn't get to see the whole stream because I was driving and stuff.
Well, certain people seemed to be very upset and triggered that I even talked about that article, but, I thought it was interesting to dive into.
Well, this is where I put, what outlet was that article?
That, the article we looked at last night, that was from Puck News. They were the ones who were, because we went to the source, because there were reports saying that Joker 2 is finally moving forward, and some other information. So we kind of dove into that one and kind of read through it, and there's a lot of interesting nuggets of information there, such as the fact that David Zaslav seems to be having a hard time finding a person to take over for Walter Hamada, because nobody seems to want the job. They're considering it kind of like one of those thankless big jobs in Hollywood. So, there's interesting stuff like that in there, too.
Remember when there was a lot of talk? That's similar to what people call bullshit on Grace back in the day when there was the... remember that big video where she said they were talking to people about replacing Kathy and no one wanted
I mentioned
so
that,
there may be some credence to that. People don't want to... People would like the opportunity for it, but not to do a cleanup job.
No high-profile executive wants to inherit a mess. That's the thing. That's a giant mess you have to clean up.
They don't want...
Yeah,
because this is
cleanup. Be stepping in right in the middle.
This is a cleanup job, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. El Necron kind of brought the zombie craze back with Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, I think that was a much better film than Army, even though I loved Army.
Army was fine.
It was fun.
It was an okay summer movie. I think for a movie that's meant to start a big universe, there's not more you could really ask for. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Yeah. Well, this is the article about.
That's the thing.
Listen, I'm still gonna cover stuff on here.
That's your right. It's your channel.
Well, no, I always, for better or for worse, I think the ones written by Mikey are the best ones on the site. And
because that's his bread and butter.
Yeah.
They weren't.
And I think his have the more credibility than the others. I think if you understand that sites have articles where they link source from other sites that do rumors, they're not as credible. Whether you think that should happen or not, unfortunately, and nowadays on the internet, if you want to make money, I'm not justifying it. I'm saying you have to be you have to consistently put out stuff. This is exactly like the YouTube game. You have to be consistent with content because other people. This is where I said. This is where I came up with the camper name for Campia. Camper. He camps on the internet and just constantly shits out stuff. Whether you say it's quality or not, that is how you make money on the internet. You constantly, and that's where I was like the other day. I was like, I have to make more content than I normally do if I want to break through the algorithm. Yeah. Otherwise, that's why channels hit the wall on the sub count and they don't move because you're doing your thing. You're doing a great job, but your competition is pumping out 3 videos, 4 videos a day. You are never going to break through that algorithm doing that.
No, of course not.
So you have to kind of.
I mean, the thing is with the Geekosity, it's actually been quite an interesting couple of days actually, because I've seen a lot of people actually outside of our sphere commentate on it, and it's interesting. I'll say that. I'm not going to try and start trouble, but I'm just
no, you're fine. Yeah, Ray. If you want to pop in too, you feel free. I don't know if you're busy or not. I'll send you a link just in case. This is a chill stream. I really just got into town. I'm like super chill right now. I could have almost. I feel like I had a good day at the cottage. Took care of some stuff for my mother. Was a little.
That's good.
She tries to do too much. You have a parent that's like that tries to do too much. I'm like, Mom, calm down. This is where I almost hurt my back last time, and then she hit her head a little bit on something. No. Because I tell her to stop, and I went in the other room, and she was like pulling on something. There was basically the part of the cottage we had to clean up was my dad's part with all his fishing stuff since his health's been declining. He's also a hoarder. Of hoarder, not like hoarder of junk, like fishing stuff, oars. So it was a mess in there. And at the lake, they had a day where you could get rid of junk free. That's why we went up there. So, okay, that's all right, Ray. No, Ray, RJ does a good job. We disagree. I still don't, just so you know, I'll be transparent with everyone. I think Mikey has sources. I think he's on to something. Doesn't mean I think everything's going to happen. No, and I'm not telling you to believe it. This story is interesting to me because I'll explain to you why. Because the popularity of both The Boys and Peacemaker. And if you really want to compete with what Disney's doing for superhero shows, this is the best way to compete. Don't compete, RJ. Don't do what they're doing. They are lacking in more adult superhero. They actually take
because they have a singular vision for it, and it's not going to change. So what I would say though is that I think that this is kind of just a shot in the dark a little bit here. I mean, this is kind of just a very obvious thing to say. I mean, there's nothing really shocking about this. Too good to be true.
Potentially,
I think so too, a little bit.
Well,
I mean,
to be honest, if you were going to use Zack Snyder and you want something, there is an opportunity to fill there with him, with having really adult comic book stuff, violence.
But I guess the question I would ask,
but how does that fit? My big question. Let me finish. Let me say it first because I don't want to say the same thing you. My biggest question is, okay, that sounds great. There's a void there. There's also an opportunity because of shows like Peacemaker and The Boys is really popular, even more so popular than the Disney Plus shows. I'm thinking I actually want to compare their numbers because I know The Boys was really good. Also, that other series on Amazon that was animated was really good.
I think Boys did okay. I think Boys did just fine from what I remember.
But that's how you do it. You do something that Disney isn't doing. Give them your something. And I think you can fill that void, except where does Wonder Woman, Superman, The Flash fit into this, though? I can
Well,
see where
and this is
Batman
the problem
can.
that I've had with
Yeah.
like a lot of the reporting going around lately is that it's like we're talking about things that are so pie in the sky 5 to 6 years from now. It's just like, why don't we just talk about and focus on like what's the immediate future the next 2 years, right? It's just like
I like.
we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, we're talking about Man of Steel 2 and 3, we're talking about the Batfleck movie, Wonder Woman 3. It's like, come on now, like it's just like I feel like the focus is like so far out of the loop, and that's why it sounds more nonsensical. It's like focus on like what's coming now, not what's a decade down the pipeline.
I like talking about the industry and where it's going, what could happen. That excites me. Like I like talking about stuff. For a while there, all my friends would groan when I talked about Cavill coming back. Our pal Caden, even like a few streams back, said, why would you get Cavill? Get a $2 million Superman. I'm like, who wants to watch a $2 million Superman?
Well,
you want to watch Superman? You want to watch...
this is what we've been talking about, though. Zaslav is potentially the Mr. Krabs of Hollywood, a little bit, where he's very going to be money pinching to make as much profits as possible, right? Nothing wrong with that per se, but it just means like,
who's to say that Cavill doesn't justify the cost?
Who's to say the Cavill schedule permits him to even get on board?
That's true, yes, but we know he's wanted to do it.
I mean, and you have to, and well, this is the thing that I'm not the guy in charge, obviously, because I'm not making those decisions. But if I'm the guy in charge,
there's been a lot of smoke around. Look, Campia was talking about Cavill.
Well, no, what I was saying. Oh yeah. I mean, the thing that they're gonna have to ask themselves is what's gonna make us more money? Rebooting Superman with a brand new actor, lower budget Superman movie that could generate more profits, or we make a big budget Henry Cavill movie and hope that makes a lot of money. That's the question they got to ask themselves. What's going to make us more money in the long run? I don't know. I don't know that answer. I think that they aren't sure that answer yet.
I think a lot of low budget reboots with I don't want to say lesser actor, but less popular actor do not. There's very few instances where there's been a lot of success with that. Look at Hellboy. They went with David Harbour is really popular from Stranger Things.
Well, the problem with
there were problems with that too.
Well, the problem with the Hellboy reboot wasn't the movie, wasn't the actor. It was just the fact the movie just wasn't very good. That was the real problem. I mean, but again, that's the question they got to ask themselves.
People still pay big bank, in my opinion, my subjective opinion. People still pay big bank for some movie superstars, and I think Cavill even more so now justifies it. Has a draw.
I mean, he would justify the cost, but again, the question we have to ask ourselves is, will they spend the money? And that's the biggest question that we still have about all of this.
Well, one thing for sure that I'm completely shocked is how fast Zaslav's moving, and it seems there are a lot of things going on beyond what we know about. To me, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's stuff going on. I don't know what the hell it means. Does he just keep cutting costs and never do anything really significant? Or does he cut costs, get rid of redundancies, get rid of all these executives, and then do something with those funds that are freed up for something? That's where my mind is going. Like, that creates an opportunity potentially to do something significant with clearing up all the supplemental bullshit that's not really potentially not gonna pop. But I mean, it doesn't. He could just keep cutting down the line. Although, if you were gonna do something, it makes sense to cut the fat first. Free up.
You would think
get a streamline.
You would
but
think,
that does not necessarily mean that's going to generate any opportunity.
Right. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, a lot of this is just so all over the place. I mean, that's why.
Well,
I don't know.
Joker. Listen. That they haven't been really consistent on what they even call that standalone Joker's movie.
Joker's just a standalone movie. I mean,
but if they did go
black label term,
right?
No official black label term.
If they pushed that's good marketing. If they said this is DC Black Label, this is something that you're not going to get with Marvel, that would be smart to me. What do you think of that? If they spun off a line in DC where this is going to be more adult, this is not safe for the kids. This is,
again, it sounds great on paper, but will they do it is the question.
Oh yeah, believe me, RJ, I love you. You don't have to keep saying, well, I know they might not do it. I'm saying the idea excites me. And if I.
Well, the
if
idea
they
sounds. It sounds
came
good in
to
conception.
if they came to you, would you say this is a good idea? That's all I want to know. That would make.
I think that doing a black label at DC makes logical sense after the success of Joker. It does make sense to where it's like, okay, we have two things. We have a cinematic universe. And we have these standalone black label films that don't connect to anything, and they're art house films that like directors can come in if they pitch a good idea, will make the movie. I think that could work great if they do it correctly. I think it makes sense. I mean, that would definitely be something on the table. In my opinion, that's something that they should be looking at. Absolutely.
Steven Johnson says cutting costs means disappointing fans, which means review bombing. You can't go cheap after the expectations are high on production. Once you shows the fans something, it becomes a standard. It's a hard line. If Zaslav sticks to really cost cutting productions with bargain budgets and it shows, that's going to be
that's the other thing too. You got to be careful when you're cutting budgets and when you're trying to go so cheap. If you go so cheap that it's noticeable, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and people are going to be looking for it too because they know.
Well, yeah, that especially. But it's just like, I will be honest with you. Actually, we are 3 days away now because it's midnight where I'm at. This Black Adam trailer may be the most important trailer DC's ever released.
Oh, I looked at Eddie's YouTube page, his community section. There's some of the content or some of the images there I was so excited.
The costumes look great, but I mean, it's not going to matter if the movie's crap. I mean, great costumes going to get you so far.
It's almost like another group of heroes too, like the way they're advertising it. But they're not just having Black Adam in there; they're doing the other. So we're going to look at those right after this. It says now Zaslav seeks Joker director Todd Phillips in a non-executive role at DC Films. That would be great if they do spin off, and if Todd Phillips has something to do with that. The black label.
I mean, I guess if you want to have him, he's not the kind of guy who would be in charge of stuff though. He's a filmmaker. He's a creative.
Yeah,
he could help with like ideas.
Well, they say, this is what it says here. Insiders say Zaslav wants Phillips' assistance in a series of R-rated DC black label movies. For the most part, there'll be standalone pictures such as the Joker. Their budgets will be lower than DCEU's blockbusters. That's
kind of obvious. I mean, if this were to happen, yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
to me, that seems like the most chance for success. That was one of the biggest successes under Hamada. And I'm not saying he's gone or anything. I'm just saying that was one that they didn't have a lot of faith in until it got released, and the profits are off the charts on that. I mean, you don't get profit margins that big for low budget, and so they want him to. They're going to work with him. If he helps them out and figures this out with a few standalones, works networking through the entertainment, Hollywood, puts together some people, and it becomes a situation where he has a producer type deal with these other projects too. It's going to be really, really profitable for him. And put him in a good position and put DC in a good position. I think that makes a lot of sense from what they were saying there. Now, this is insiders sources, but it's very plausible to me, this particular story, that this would be strong consideration because the profit margins were so high on the Joker.
Yeah, but Joker was an anomaly, though. I don't think you're ever going to repeat that kind of success again.
Well, that's not how Hollywood sees it. Hollywood sees.
I know that's not how they see it, but I'm saying that's the reality of it.
Down on something that pops.
Oh yeah, of course, but I'm saying like the reality of the situation. That Joker, I believe, was an anomaly.
Well, there was also Venom. Venom was a standalone. It's not the same type of project,
but Venom was a popular character, right? And they kind of built that off of, is it connected to Spider-Man? Yes or no, right? They kind of built it that way too. So I mean, It can work. I'm just saying that they're not going to make billion-dollar movies off of every Black Label film, and that's a ridiculous standpoint to think that any of them could replicate Joker's success.
Yeah.
Because again, Joker's an anomaly. That's not the standard. That's like pie in the sky. Like that's like the
I heard
that.
that.
Ever do.
I heard that Amber Heard is actually potentially out of the whole movie.
Well, again, I could speak on that, but I might get in trouble. So,
I did a video on that, and everyone said, "You're crazy, Max. You're crazy." I'm like,
no. So, based on Casey Walsh actually was the first one who broke the story, but then Viewer Anon also chimed in and said that
I was the first one that broke the story. I just was guessing, though.
Well, you guessed. One person got a text message basically saying Basically, Casey Walsh got a text message from somebody basically saying that in the latest test screening, all of her scenes were cut, all of it. Then Viewer Anon.
Well, that could be multiple things though. Because
remember,
they don't
just
show
a
the
test
whole
screening.
thing they don't show the whole thing to the test screening, or they're not sure how to handle her scenes yet.
The last we heard too, I think Viewer Anon said that Warner Brothers had an emergency, all hands on deck meeting regarding Amber Heard.
So, what's all this buzz coming out about the Flash? People are saying, "Oh, the Flash is amazing now. Everyone's really liking the Flash."
Well, because they've done, I think, 2 or 3 test screenings. And the word on the street from people who were at the test screenings is that it was actually very good. It's actually testing very well, which it's testing so well. It's actually one of the best tested DC movies they've actually done. Like it's testing very well, actually.
That's great.
So,
wow.
Doesn't mean the movie will be good, right? But the test audiences really like it.
Listen, don't put me in a box. I'm not just a Snyder fan. I actually like the new suit.
The new suit looks horrible. But,
it looks great to me.
Oh, it's horrible.
Potential Obi-Wan spoilers here. It's not really bad, but I'm just putting it up there just in case, because this is Eddie's channel. Go sub to Eddie's channel. He has some. I don't know where he got these images from. It's not going to ruin it for you though. It's just
okay.
It's just going to show, Vader. Here we go. Let me get this off here. Damn it. How are you doing, RJ, tonight?
Doing fine. Just chilling. Yeah.
All right. So this looks like it just come from the OG trilogy. Nothing there, but this is the one.
That looks good.
That looks. I haven't seen this any. I don't know where he got this.
That's
I'll
from
give you
the
a thumbs
show.
up. But is this from?
That's from episode 3. This is all from episode 3.
Oh, I don't remember that particular scene.
How do you not remember that? Oh yeah, Donovan, I'll hit you up with your code tomorrow morning. Don't let me forget, okay? Just got busy doing some grocery errands.
Okay. And then here's oh shit. Let's look at Black Adam. I'm so hyped for Black Adam. I'm really getting tired of waiting for the Flash. When is it? July of next year?
June of next year. So a full year away.
That's so frustrating. But here we go. Really looking forward to it. I'm more excited now, even though I'll give him another thumb. Man, what is Eddie gets to this stuff quick. You make it easy for me, Eddie. I'm gonna be look what I did. See everyone that's look what I voted for.
What do you vote for?
Because he's like, what do people want? What content do you like most? DC, Marvel, Star Wars, making fun of Fandom Menace, anti-SJWs, random stuff. People want it. I did. I like when he does that. I like his funny thumbnails. I'll be honest. But here's what I wanted to get to. I wasn't getting to that. This looks amazing to me. I love it. Who's this girl on the right?
That's Cyclone.
Cyclone. Okay. Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Adam, right?
No, Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher. I think they look great. I like it. They're prominently featured in this promo stuff.
I mean, the costumes look good. Just hope the movie is well directed and has good writing and good acting. I mean, like I said, the costumes, like everything on paper looks great. It's just I just hope that it's a good, well-written movie. That's the biggest thing. I mean, like I said, that trailer on Wednesday is probably the most important trailer they're ever going to release. It is so important. I can't understand how important that trailer is going to be.
Yeah, or do we know
Because
the
that
villain?
trailer, no joke, that Black Adam trailer can make or break DC hype for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah.
If that trailer's not good, then we got a problem.
It doesn't. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be good, but I don't even think it has to be that great.
No, it needs to.
No. I mean, the quality just has to be above average.
No, I'm saying like the trailer needs to. I honestly think the trailer kind of needs to be either great or amazing, because otherwise, like, people are just not going to care about these upcoming DC movies. You have to make them care. Like, why should I invest in Black Adam? Make me care about this character. That's their mission with that trailer, right? And I think too, if that trailer doesn't land, it's kind of going to be like, well, I don't care about any of these upcoming DC movies because, like, they don't matter and they look kind of sucky, right? You got to convince people that these movies still matter.
Yeah, but I also think that it just has to be above average. It doesn't have to be.
It needs to at least be good. It has to be at least good. I prefer if it was like an amazing trailer, but it's a good trailer.
I tend to think that The Rock does carry a lot of projects. People love it's a family type thing for The Rock. There's lots of people that grew up generations watching The Rock and wrestling, go to the movies.
By the way, I have to mention this because this is like historic news, Max.
What?
Top Gun Maverick is set to have one of the lowest second weekend drop-offs in movie history.
That's great.
33% drop-off in the second weekend. Historic numbers. 88 million.
And that's after Memorial Day.
After Memorial Day.
That isn't. That is ridiculous.
This may be like a $400 million to $500 million domestic movie. Like, this movie could make $1 billion.
Well,
like, it's doing amazing.
Do you think they're gonna try to make a third then?
No. I think they're just gonna prioritize Mission Impossible and just be like, all right, you like this? Come watch Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they'll make the Days of Thunder Legacy sequel. I don't know. But Top Gun Maverick's doing like really, really well. Like, it's like a phenomenon, kind of well.
He might have. I don't know. I think he did say something like that.
He
not bomb. He just didn't say it was gonna.
I think it was on your show. Bomb. He actually said it wouldn't open over 60 million.
Yeah.
So he did take the L on that.
That is so significant after a holiday like that.
Oh no, it is. It's historic.
After a holiday, not having a big, because you notoriously movies after a big holiday opening have a big drop. Wow, Degrassi says all the Black Adam merchandise will be on clearance well before back to school season starts. You don't have confidence in it, Degrassi?
What is it?
He's saying all the Black Adam merchandise will be on clearance well before back to school starts. That's not. Doesn't he only come out in July or August?
Well, the movie comes out in October, so back to school starts in like August.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means, Degrassi. If you're saying like the trailer's not going to do well, like the merchandise is coming out too early.
They put out the merch early before movies. Usually.
Well, remember the movie got delayed. It's supposed to open in July.
Okay. Oh, let me share this. That is significant.
Yeah, they delayed Black Adam by a couple months. I wish it would have came out next month. It should have came out in July, but oh well. Oh yeah, he said only because the merchandise is already hitting the shelves.
Oh yeah. You know what? They really screw over toy companies when they do when
they delay movies like that. Sadly,
yeah, it does. It does.
Well, the
really
Funkos are already started. The Funkos are already started to come out, and we're like months away from the movie.
You know what I used to collect is the mystery minis. Do you ever open mystery minis?
I've opened a couple.
You know, in the future, I'm probably not going to do Switch again. I might do like mystery minis, like gift cards to Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, or maybe like Voodoo Rentals or Fandango, stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
But I also think it's fun to send a Funko, a little mini mystery mini to someone if possible. Okay, so heads for record 85 million second weekend becomes Tom Cruise's biggest film. Wow.
Yeah, this may be his first $1 billion movie.
Does this shut everyone up that says you don't need to make a sequel? Because I also said that about Top. You know when I said it after Tony Scott and the bridge incident, and he passed.
Oh, when he passed away. Yeah.
I said don't do it because they were he was actively talking to Tom at that time, and I was like, yeah, because he was so involved with the first.
I'll tell you what. You know what this is probably gonna do? Warner Brothers Discovery. They're totally gonna fast track Lethal Weapon 5. They're gonna they're gonna fast track.
Why Lethal Weapon 5? Where is that coming from?
Well, remember, Richard Donner was about to direct it before he passed away, just like Tony Scott, and now Mel Gibson's taking over to direct.
Yeah,
and they want to make one last Lethal Weapon movie. So I think they're gonna move fast on Lethal Weapon 5. I think they're gonna move fast on Rush Hour 4. I think a lot of these movies are gonna start coming out.
What El Necron says, I don't understand this comment. If Hamada hadn't disconnected the ECU, Black Adam would be huge. Oh, you mean if he could go up against
Superman right away?
Okay,
yeah,
so if he was more involved with the Justice League.
I will say, I still think there's a chance that Superman has a cameo in the end credits.
Yeah. I think so too. We know he wants it.
Well, it's either one or two things. If they're smart, they'll connect Black Adam directly to Shazam 2 and have it be like the lead into that movie. Or they also do that, but they also build up Superman 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Rush Hour 4. Well, Rush Hour 4 has been like in the works for a while. Yeah, I agree with Degrassi. I think you're gonna get a lot more legacy sequels. A lot more. It's gonna be the Top Gun Maverick effect. What classic 80s IP that needs a sequel are we gonna make next? I'm trying to think of what else there is.
I hope so. That would get everyone. I think that's going to make everyone happy, not just Snyderverse fans. Again, Henry Cavill did not even retweet, restore the Snyder or release the Snyder cut. He is, for better or for worse, I don't hold it against him. He's in it for himself, as Superman. Like he did appear. At that time, he did appear with Zack during the those events.
He was trying very hard to be company friendly to get a sequel. Which I understand that.
Some reports back in the day even said that Cavill wasn't even too happy with the Justice League version of Superman. He wants to be.
I don't think he's ever really been. He likes it, but I think he's always wanted to do more. Mm-hmm. See, what is this that everyone's saying Black Adam is New Earth? What does this even mean? Degrassi said this, and other people in the chat said this. What does that mean? Are you guys saying that Black Adam takes place in a different continuity? Because if it does, that'd be insane.
Yeah, I do think with what people.
No, Degrassi, don't even say that. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, they're what?
Oh, Degrassi is saying it's on a different continuity. Black Adam.
Oh, God.
Well, that would make sense though. What if Black Adam takes place in the new universe? That actually might be a good thing, though, if it takes place out of continuity, because then it won't really matter, because then it can just be it can be anywhere. So if they reboot all of DC, Black Adam can still continue. That's a good thing. But no,
Marcus,
I'm letting you know, if they touch
there's not a stain. Listen, I understand people don't like it, but come on, you're being so hyperbolic saying there's a stain.
Well, a lot of people do hate the Snyder stuff. A lot of the general public does not like it. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
I think people repeat what they hear. It's just fun. It's fun to listen.
Were you there?
The Snyderverse is fun to track.
Were you there in 2016?
Yeah,
when the general public reacted to BVS when it came out. Dude, people
were
I
went with my wife and some friends, and they were lukewarm on it. And I enjoyed it, but they weren't too happy.
But no, I'm just letting you know this. If they touch Back to the Future, I give up on life. That is one thing you do not remake. You do not make a sequel to. You leave that trilogy where it's at.
If Michael J. Fox wants to be involved,
dude, the guy has Parkinson's, man.
I said act. If he wants to, they can incorporate that into the story somehow. I don't even want to suggest what I was thinking, but time travel can affect you or something. I don't know.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I just wouldn't touch Back to the Future at all. I think just leave it be. It's just like The Princess Bride.
Oh no, I think listen, as long as it's done well, I would love Back to the Future to come back in some way. I just don't want
What
them
the hell
to
would you
go
even make
against.
it about?
I just don't want them to go against what the wishes of the who created it, though.
Yeah, the creators don't want them to touch it or
Yeah,
remake it
but
or make sequels.
I
Let
honestly
it be.
want it though.
I don't. Well, like, what would be
If
the
Michael J.
purpose?
Fox wanted to be involved, if he did, I'm saying I don't know if he wants to be.
I
There's
just
lots of things you could do.
there's no story to tell. The story ended. Like, the DeLorean was destroyed. Everyone lived happily ever after. Leave it be. Don't touch it.
All right. Well, they could do where, something changed. They have to go back again. They have to. I don't know.
I know the Bobs aren't going to be around forever, but God willing, they write in their wills, do not touch Back to the Future or else. Or else. Like, leave it in their wills, like in like their doctrine, like, you can never touch this property.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, what's up? What's up? I just woke up, so.
Yeah, that's good.
You have a response to this, Max?
What? Better than the opening of Justice League shows the rejection of stuff. Shh, Kelly. I don't know about the rejection of Snyder. What? I don't know what that means.
Seeing that the Justice League original, the Justice League's opening showed the rejection of Snyder.
He never directed. Oh my fucking gosh.
Is that Marcus Cruz?
I will not be shocked.
Might be. Might be.
Because I think because I think Marcus. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. Yeah, Marcus got blocked and wanted to get unblocked. So maybe this is Marcus. Made a new account. I don't know.
Do we want to check out this Grace Randolph thing controversy?
Oh,
Or is
Gina
it not?
Carano?
Yeah.
Dude, like, I saw Eddie made a video about that. I had no clue this was even happening.
I was gonna watch Drunk
Like-
3PO's video because I don't usually
Yeah,
watch Drunk. We know
your
he's the
girl,
biggest-
Grace Max is getting canceled. Like, they're coming after her.
No, I know. I was gonna watch Drunk because he's the biggest simp for Gina.
Oh boy. All right.
You want to watch it?
Yeah, I got some.
I didn't
time to
watch
kill.
it yet. Let me bring up Drunk 3PO.
I would love if they make a Man in Black.
Do people like the music?
Yes, it's good. I would love if they make a Man
Sounds
in Black.
sounds like the beat to 70s corno.
Corno.
Corn.
That's what I just said, corno.
Okay.
I would love
What
if
the
they
hell's
did a
going on?
Man. I would love if they did a Man in Black 4 with Will Smith.
course,
Okay,
he's
never
actually-
mind then. This Marcus is saying that he is not Marcus Cruz. Okay then.
I highly doubt that.
Wait, what happened with Syl? Syl and his pals made fun of Grace in the stream tonight. It was in terrible taste.
Well, they always make fun of Grace. Lots of people do, to be fair. All right, let's be bringing this up here. Gina Carano's response to Grace Randolph, and now Drunk is covering Geeks and Gamers articles. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
super
H
chat.
Barts, $5. Thank you, H Barts. CM Pepsi had too much A&W root beer and had to vacate the root beer title.
Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh.
saw that. Yeah. Well, it's only for a few weeks because apparently he has a broken foot they need surgery for. So they're gonna have like an interim champion, and then he'll win. They already got that situation worked out. It's like 6 to 12. It's like for six to 7 weeks. It'll be fine.
And he still could fight. Like,
Well,
fighting a
Well,
broken
if you have a
leg.
broken foot,
I want to
then
start
no, you
watching.
don't.
Your foot.
I want to start watching. I like watching clips of. I like CM Punk. I heard people don't like him because he's an SJW though too.
It's not an SJW. He just, he has certain beliefs.
Yeah. I'll turn off this music for Drunk.
Yeah,
Gina
it's
Carano-
easier to react to videos when there's no background music.
Okay. All right, here we go. Gina Carano responds to Grace Randolph's malicious lies. Here's my take even before we watch.
What
the
did Grace
video.
even tweet that was so malicious and
that
lying?
that Gina Carano made multiple phobic comments about the trans community and anti-Semitic.
Damn,
comments.
Marcus. Damn.
All right, let's watch what he says.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I know I'm still away. I'm still away for a couple of days. As soon as I get home, I'm off to Dallas. And then from Dallas to Denver.
What's that?
Isn't he Gina's boyfriend?
No.
I don't want to spread rumors, but I think they would make a good couple, honestly. Regardless of how I feel about Geeks and Gamers, I honestly think at this time in both their lives, they would make a good couple. I think they'd be good for each other. Except for what Geeks and Gamers is not good for Gina. Beyond what her social media activity, collaborating with Geeks and Gamers so frequently.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Will Gina Carano ever go back into MMA?
No.
Because I honestly would pay to watch her fight Ronda Rousey. That'd be like pay-per-view worthy fight.
Was she even a MMA that long? I don't even know if she was that long.
She was in there for a little bit. I mean, Gina knows how to fight. I mean, why not?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I honestly don't. Listen, I don't. Me personally, I'm not. MMA is too brutal for me to watch.
That's the point. It's
I know,
boxing.
but and honestly, I feel that people shouldn't stay in this sport that long because it really
hurt. Come on.
After you
one-time
get
fight,
so
though,
many.
Yeah, I know, but for a one-time fight where you make millions of dollars, I mean, why not? You make so much. They both make so much money.
After you're in there so long, though, that's where you get the it alters your health history.
No, I know CTEs and all that.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, but me, it's just too brutal. I don't know. I kind of see. I even prefer like boxing movies and stuff to actual boxing too. Just like
boxing is fun to watch, to be honest. It can be. It's the right kind of boxing match.
Chicago and everywhere.
I think he's on tour with her though. He's showing up, I'm pretty sure, at every con that she is. I'm thinking.
Is he getting paid?
No. He's just, I mean, there's ways to make some little bit of bank while you're on tour with her too. Like Geeks and touring with the Geeks and Gamers. I'm sure that's good for Jeremy. He represents Geeks and Gamers everywhere where she's at. I mean, that's good marketing to say we support Gina on her tour. I think he helps her. I think he helps her with the events too.
Max, I have a favor to ask of you.
What's that?
If you ever meet Gina Carano, like at a convention, meet her and do your little thing. But please, if you get the chance, ask her to unblock me on Twitter because that'd be great.
No, listen. If I meet Gina Carano, you're the last thing I'm going to mention. I'm like, forget that drunk three. No, I'm just kidding. I would say sign my poster. You're an inspiration fighting back against the SJW mob.
You wouldn't say that.
Yes, I would. I would be like that line. I would totally. Gina, you're amazing.
Would you actually? I want to watch. Would you wear the mask though? Because I guarantee you, they've told Gina about you, and like she knows your avatar.
I would just wear what are they N95 mask? I wouldn't wear my Dr. Doom mask, and I would meet her. I'm like, oh, I'm such a big fan. I'll get my Geeks and Gamers or Nimrodic T-shirt.
Oh my god! Yeah, Gina probably is like, oh, it's that Max guy who made that one thumbnail.
Oh yeah. I do want the figure. I'll never be able to get that figure.
Imagine she make.
I would sell out. No, I actually want to watch that trailer for her new movie because it sounds kind of cool.
Imagine she make a cameo in the Mandalorian next season.
No,
she won't.
They're not.
She's fired.
They're never gonna bring her back after. I mean, she would have had a chance if she didn't go on the grift circuit with all the right wing media on the internet. There's no way now.
I told you. Well, it's like I said back then. There's gonna pooch here. Cara Dune died on the way back to her home planet.
Just recast her.
I don't think they're even gonna mention her character again. They don't even need to. They're not even gonna say.
Or just recast her. That too.
I think that's part of the reason that they had some Mandalorian episodes within Boba Fett. It's like you're kind of already past it. That's another benefit of having.
Yeah, but
those
what
episodes.
happens to the Rangers of the New Republic?
It's Ken's. No, it's turned into a. Damn, I forgot what the girl name that was in. I was talking to Baby Groku in the trailer.
Bo-Katan?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be her show.
Well, let's get to this.
Oh wow, Degrassi's saying that Cara Dune is dead.
I don't know. I don't even think they're gonna.
If
I
they
honestly
kill
don't
off
think they're
Cara
gonna
Dune, that'd be
mention her.
crazy.
If they do that, you're gonna hear people whining. Honestly, I think they shouldn't even mention the character. Would it be like that big of a detriment to the Mandalorian series if they never mentioned character again?
Well, she's one of the main characters though. It was Mando, Cara Dune.
They kind of left
Carl
her
Weathers
do his own thing though, like at the end.
She's gonna get her own spinoff show, so that's how you know she's gonna be important. So I mean, kinda. I mean, so there were episodes dedicated to her arc and all that.
All right, well let's hear.
Expo is gonna take me, yeah, but I'll bring all those videos to you as well. Yes, I will be with Gina Carano, so you know I was gonna make a video on this as Gina Carano responds to my word to Grace Randolph online.
Is
Drunk 3PO from like Brooklyn or something?
GeeksandGamers.com.
Is he what?
My friend Lyndon.
Is he what?
Is he like from Brooklyn? He's got like a very thick accent, but it's like a Italian accent or something, like a Brooklyn accent. Like he's from New York.
I thought he lived in Florida. I don't know.
He's got like a Italian or Brooklyn accent. I don't know. He's got. I mean, I'm not like shading him. I'm just saying, like, I just noticed like the way he talks is like he's got a very thick accent. Like he's from a certain region.
I have no idea. No idea.
Thanks for doing the work, Lyndon. I'm going to show you these tweets and something weird that's happening on Twitter right now that's going up against Gina's Terror on the Prairie film. Basically here, while defending Star Wars actress Moses Ingram on Twitter, YouTube film critic Grace Randolph made a false claim.
Oh my God, false claims.
All right, what was her claim? I want to see. Let's see.
No, I know, but look who's talking from this platform, Geeks Gamers.
Rano. This has now drawn a response from the Daily Wire actress. That's it. Here's the tweet here. A lot of stuff going on around Moses Ingram. A lot of stuff with Star Wars, all that stuff. Says, yes, you can critique Star Wars actors and characters. No race and gender are not valid criticism, and under no circumstances should you harass any talent in front or behind the camera. I hope Moses Ingram stays on social media. She's a badass and is great on Obi-Wan. So this is coming from the big fallout, I guess. Moses Ingram saying, look, I'm being harassed. Things are being said about me. You know, racist stuff is being said about me. And so people are coming out in her defense. And then someone responds, unless you're Gina Carano, I guess.
Oh, here we go. They baited her in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different situation. Very different situation. Come on. Are we playing games here to think it's the exact same scenario? It's more like an innocent bystander with someone that's trolling. Now,
Well,
do I think Gina's prejudiced or anything? Or no, but she was obviously trolling.
Across the board, no actor should be getting harassed.
Right,
for any reason.
Right, exactly. But not to admit Gina's own part in it would be ridiculous. It's not like Moses Ingram was going trolling people. The beep bop boop was a troll. I don't care what you say, it was. Does that mean I think she hates or is actually phobic? No. But just like all the people of Geeks and Gamers, if they make blanket statements, if you have pronouns in your bio, you're a weirdo. You know, that's a blanket statement against anyone, a whole community. That's how they make it easier on people that aren't necessarily in the community. It's part of their identity. It means a lot to them. So when you associate, not guilt by association, but you're with these people that make blanket statements that say, you know, anyone with pronouns is a weirdo. And then you do this, and then all those same people, Geeks and Gamers, Drunk was retweeting that. Jeremy was retweeting that. They all retweeted it. they played their part in it as well. I'm sorry, they spread that, mocking people that put stuff in their bios, right? I mean, this is the part that you're not getting. Any commentary there, RJ, Anthony? That was, I mean, the whole context of it. I remember when it happened. They were like, you know, mocking people.
I mean, like I said, across the board, I don't think I don't know. I think they're just two very distinct and different kind of situations that I don't think really should be compared.
It's always going to be about what about.
But I
Gina
understand
Carano
though
now.
that I do think that overall, like across the board, we should not be harassing actors.
Oh no! But
because of
there's
race,
a difference
gender,
of
or political opinion.
Right, but there's a difference between innocent bystanders that have nothing to do, that are you know, or someone
But
that's
yeah, Moses got
active
Moses was
in the
harassed
social
for, like,
media
no
trolling game.
Yeah,
The social media trolling game, which acting like she's innocent and she's not. Again, I don't think she should have been fired for it, but you know, let's not play games. We know. But this is the statement Gina Carano made, anti-Semitic and repeatedly. She did make them multiple times. I don't think they were statements. I think more so with the beep bop boop is really what her trouble. The first thing she said made anti-Semitic. I don't necessarily agree with that. I just think a horrible meme that or that did not represent reality or the plight of people that actually have gone through what the Jewish community has gone through is not comparable, and demeaning that by comparing it to something that is not anywhere near the level of going through that event. And people have lost their lives, family members, their whole heritage. It's that's disgusting, but I don't think it was against them though. So I don't think, you know, Grace's comment could have been better there, but it's also Twitter. I don't know.
There's only so much you could say in a tweet, you know.
I have no comment.
No comment. Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this? Zaslav?
Yes.
Is he your hero now?
No, he's cheap bastard.
Oh, then why you haven't your icon there?
Oh, because we was discussing it yesterday with RJ.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see what else Drunk has. I think we pretty much know where he's going with this, but we don't have to watch the whole thing.
Then Grace goes, Gina Carano made anti-Semitic and anti-trans statements repeatedly. She just threw it out there. Repeatedly did that. This is what Gina did. She's this. She's an anti-this. She's a this. She's a phobe. She's all that repeatedly. Well, that got ratioed quite a bit. Everybody, including myself, responded to that. And then Gina on Twitter, she's like, finally, someone wrote an article of what actually happened.
Oh, thank you, Bounding into Comics.
Let me guess. Did
thank you, Bounding into Comics, and we're going to look at that article to show you what was being said. Grace Randolph, I don't wish you any ill will or hate. It would just be nice if you would stop spreading malicious lies for over a year now. You do a disservice to yourself and critics' choice. Called out Grace, and Grace just went quiet. She just muted the tweet. She didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to give a response. She just said she's moving on. Whatever.
Well, honestly, if you have the whoa, where'd RJ go?
That's a good question.
Oh, RJ. If you have the platform that Grace has and knowing what they're going to do, I would think, if I had Grace's sub count and they came in, I would probably mute them and move on too, because it's not worth engaging. What the hell's going on with RJ?
I think it's Wi-Fi.
Do you agree with that, RJ?
Sorry, I reset myself. What did he say?
Well, I was gonna say that Grace didn't respond after Gina chimed in, and she just muted the. I said if I had Grace's platform and follower count, and knowing that the Geeks and Gamers crew and Gina Carano I would totally mute them. Totally, it's not worth engaging because they're just gonna use this as an event to
Yeah,
the winner has contacted me, so it was Blue Jay.
That was
Blue
not
Jay.
fair. He was in the chat.
Anthony, you don't make the rules. Sorry. Anthony.
Yeah, thus far, she has not responded whatsoever to any of this.
No, I don't think it's good to respond. I think you should ignore these fools.
She might mention on like a live stream though. Maybe the next time she's a live stream. Remembers live stream, maybe she'll mention that.
Yeah, she did. Of course she did. She's in
I'll be honest though. I'll be honest. I am surprised Gina said something because typically Gina doesn't really. Gina kind of keeps to herself from what I've noticed. She doesn't really call out someone with like a big platform.
Did Grace respond?
But the craziest thing though,
what are you talking about? That's how she lost her job.
I'm saying in regards to like calling out like a movie pundit, making comments about her. But the other thing,
I'm sure Jay probably.
The other thing though is that Jack
traveling
Posobiec
with Jay and
started this.
Gamers. What are they going to do? Capitalize on the situation. If she didn't think of it on her own, there's a culprit there. The Geeks and Gamers crew always think about how to capitalize on a situation. Also, the Daily Wire guy, what's his name?
Did Grace Thunder respond?
Ben Shapiro.
She has a trailer coming out. She's using, they're going to use the event.
Is it a fan film?
Oh, I'm sorry, Senior Nerd. I apologize. Listen, this is why it's hard. Now I feel bad. I wish I could send it to everyone. I don't make Grace Randolph money, though, or Geeks and Gamers money.
The Grace Randolph.
I don't even think we need to finish this. Let's just watch a minute, and then we'll see what other things come up to talk about.
Like, I'm just going to remain quiet. I know what I said. I'm sticking to my guns, and that's what's happening. So, boom. So what was the article that was actually written? This article right here from Bouncing Into Comics, where it says film scooper and YouTuber Grace Randolph defames Terror on the Prairie actress Gina Carano. Basically, it goes through what Grace Randolph said right here, the tweets that I've already showed you.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And what she said about Gina. Then it goes through the timeline of what Gina actually said. I will link this article in the video so you can see for yourself. Basically, a lot of people have shared this picture. Be this guy. Be this guy. Stand up. Be this guy. She goes on where she's talking about me and Pedro Pascal spoke and help you understand why people were putting pronouns in her bio.
I think she's being disingenuous there. Helped me understand. If you're at the point where you're mocking it already, you kind of, I'm sorry. That's me. That's my just opinion. Help me understand why people were putting them when you were previously mocking them.
Well, sometimes people are ignorant, though, and that's the thing. I mean,
we know why they were. You know why Jay and the rest of the Geeks and Gamers were retweeting it because they thought it was funny. They say anyone that does it is weirdos. So, I just my opinion. I think this is a bullshit statement here. Help me understand. I think you're fine with mocking it, honestly.
I didn't know before, but I do now. I won't be putting them in my bio, but good for all of you who choose to. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable, and freedom to choose 100%. That was her statement, right? You can go on and on. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio. Yeah, the constant attacks on Gina over and over and over again. Right here, beep, bop, boop. That's what she put in, and they were like mad and all, those things like that. Basically right here it says, I don't think trans people would like all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio. And this was like over a year ago. This was over and over. This was the harassment. Look at that tweet, September 13th, 2020. So it goes through the history of everything that Gina tweeted and said, and Grace Randolph got wrong. But then something weird.
I don't think that she, honestly, I think is honestly, it seems she was acting more like in my opinion, Ryan and everyone, she was acting like she was put up the pressure where this is the woman that doesn't let anyone pressure her to do anything. And she acted like, oh, they were pressuring me to do it. Pressure. I also think she's being disingenuous there, in my opinion. I think it's bullshit. Oh, I did it because they were pressuring me, and I was making a statement that don't pressure. Come on. Yeah. Hey Jade. That's my opinion. I think she's being disingenuous that there. Like, he told me why they do it, and I was being pressured. I was making a statement to stop bullying people to put it in there. She just doesn't do what she doesn't want to do. You know. I have my issues with Grace. I still like her. Okay, let me see. I think that's enough of that, though. Let's see what else we can talk about.
Really sounds
What?
like Marcus could.
Well, I did find an interesting video. I don't think you maybe want to do it this stream, but it's from a political commentator talking about Star Wars and why it's time to stop watching it and supporting it.
What? Let me see. I
put it in the prior chat. Yeah, I know you're probably curious. I just found it. I was just browsing and found it. There's also a Bounty in the Comics article saying that Obi-Wan Episode 3 is the worst Star Wars media since The Last Jedi.
Well, it's doing the best, whatever. What political? No, I think I saw an ad for this guy. I never watched his channel, but he was really I don't know. He was doing really. The way he was interviewing was kind of insulting to the certain community. The ad I saw, and he was like, define woman to people that were trans, and it's kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
So it's not Steven Crowder. I'll share the name of. Let me bring his name's Matt Walsh.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, I haven't watched this. I have no clue what this is. I just found it.
# Daily Wire. So I have my. I'd rather not watch this one right now.
Why? Why not?
All right.
I mean, you can do a solo reaction to it. I don't know. I just figured it'd be something fun.
We could watch a minute. I don't know if it'll be fun, but we'll see. We'll watch a minute, see if it's.
I just want to see what it is.
Garbage. Stop watching it. Okay. Canceled. See? He's the worst one.
What the hell is this? Already from the start.
See, I told you. I saw an ad on a YouTube video where he was.
I have no clue who this guy is. I don't know who he is. I just saw the video on. Because I was scrolling through Jack Posebek's Twitter feed to try and find the Gina Carano thing, and then
that's the first mistake. Hey Ryan.
I was looking for the Gina tweet, the article. Like I wanted to see the article, the tweet he wrote about Grace.
Right, let's watch a minute, see if we can stomach this.
There are two things we can always count on. The first is that Disney will keep churning out Star Wars content until the end of time. There could be an apocalyptic, asteroid strike that destroys all life on Earth except cockroaches and bacteria, and yet still somehow they'd find a way to release a new Star Wars spin-off series. For the unrighteous, even death cannot save you, as I'm quite certain that they have Star Wars playing on a loop in hell. At least, if I go to hell, that's going to be my hell. I'm quite certain of it. The other inevitability, so routine and frequent that we can.
Then why even comment on it if it's your hell?
Well, I know it's not. I'm trying to. Well, we got to get to the bottom of this. Why is he commenting on it?
Because it's politics and he represents Daily Wire. He's probably in the Daily Wire multi-channel network.
I guess I don't know.
Set our watches by it. Is that Hollywood actresses will pretend to be traumatized by mild criticism. So those are the two things. And sometimes these two phenomena will merge, combining their powers to create a sort of megazord of cringe. And that's what's happened with the actress Moses Ingram, who, though her parents apparently named her Moses, is indeed a female. She's also black, and she stars as a villain in the new.
Oh my God! Did you listen to that?
What?
He said, even though they named her Moses, she is in fact a girl. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Keep it
all
going.
right, I'm calling it.
Keep it going. I want to cringe harder, please.
Oh, come on! This might get me demonetized. I don't know. This is gonna. All right.
Just at least another minute.
Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series Because, of course, even though the original Star Wars characters were mostly one-dimensional and poorly written, they all, for some reason, need their own shows to flesh out their incredibly uninteresting backstories. Ingram's villain, I'm told by the site Screen Rant, is named Reva Savander / Third Sister. Not sure what that means exactly. I'm also confused by this part of the same Screen Rant article, which says, quote, with her role on Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Exactly. You know, it's
So
his
he
audience.
actually doesn't watch Star Wars or care about it because he doesn't know what the Inquisitors are. He doesn't even real. Oh my god! He said like all Star Wars characters are like one-dimensional. Okay,
So let me get this straight. So he never watched New Hope, Empire, and the other, I forgot the other one.
He actually said that would be his version of hell as Star Wars on a loop.
And he never watched Clone Wars. He never watched Rebels.
So why?
Yeah,
so this guy is really not an expert at all. So what right does he have to even criticize the product if he doesn't actually watch it?
He just
care
wants
about
his
it.
clicks. You know, that's what SJWs talk about, the political angle. That's all.
All right, keep it going. I want to see what
Ingram truly is breaking new ground for the Star Wars franchise. She'll stand among one of the few female villains and also one of the few women of color with a prominent role. Ingram's determination to give children of color a character they can see themselves in
Oh my God,
is
I already know where this is
admirable
going.
and also demonstrates just how important representation is. Wait a second. So we want black children to see themselves in the villain of the story?
What?
Is
He's playing so stupid here. Like, oh, you want to be villains? He's being disingenuous himself. He knows representation is important for heroes and villains. He's just playing dumb. Right. Whack as hell. He knows what he's doing here. He knows, you know.
Yeah, she's not even the first black woman in Star Wars either. Like they're like, whatever, man.
Yes.
Like this guy really is gonna be tell us what black kids want to see in their entertainment. Okay.
He's not playing dumb. This is RJ's. If you're let the hate flow through you towards RJ.
Keep playing it.
I don't.
Anthony
racial equity among supervillains really important? Have young minority children?
Oh man,
What did he say?
Is racial equity among supervillains important?
Oh my God!
Fucking Christ, my God.
Keep it going. I want to cringe harder.
You want to cringe harder? What the hell is this?
I want to see how far deep this rabbit hole goes.
I don't want to go this. Oh my God, RJ. Okay.
Come on,
Children suffered some sort of deprivation due to a lack of evil fictional character representation? Apparently so. But evidently, not all of the Star Wars fans are appreciative of this new character or of the fact that Disney is worried about including characters just for the sake of racial representation. Some of these fans have reportedly sent some unpleasant messages to Ingram herself, who was Johnny on the spot with the victimization.
Gaslighting, playing it down. Oh, it's just unpleasant.
Mm-hmm. He's also speaking.
This is RJ's fault, Zeno.
I found the video on my Twitter feed. I just want to see who the hell it was. And why.
Narrative. I mean, she was ready to go. As soon as those first few messages came in, she was ready. And so she posted an Instagram video.
Oh, they're again suggesting that it's like a false flag situation. She was so ready to expose this. She was ready.
Yeah, like she wanted this to happen.
Do you have a cringe fetish, as people are asking?
No, I just like seeing people make asses of themselves, to be honest. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's why you like my show. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of it is the Jerry Springer show, movie talk.
Hey, I don't like that. I am not the Jerry Springer. I didn't like that. No.
Sharing a few pieces of the hate.
The problem is the panelists think they're on the Jerry Springer show.
While you're trying to be the Bill Maher show, everyone wants it to be the Jerry Springer show. It's kind of the thing.
Yeah, you don't know what show you're on. Okay. I actually titled this stream. I didn't know I was gonna maybe go solo. I did MME solo ? Sad ? Stop growling, bitch.
What?
My dog.
Just call your
She's a
fucking
bitch.
pet a bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, you can't call your dog that.
Oh
She is.
Mail, which, if real, I read them and the ones that you provided. And
oh yeah,
if they're real, they're rude.
If they're real, they're rude.
He said if they're real. Did he say
but
that?
also, he's also saying if they're real, but then he said they're rude. Not they're racist. They're just
he downplayed it, and then he suggested false flagging. This is the Alex Jones playbook. Oh yeah, I know he made an appearance yesterday. I didn't even watch it.
He's a racist himself.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Alex Jones even say on Friday Night Tights, Max? Do you know?
I don't even know.
Do you want to watch it?
No, not tonight. Not tonight. I want to go to something more. I want to go to something make me happy after this.
Yeah, I know.
Sure, but they're not even close to the level of hate mail that somebody like myself receives on a daily.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's because you're a big douche.
Did he really just say?
Wow.
Wait, he really made about him. He really made about him and said, "Oh, this is just rude. It's not anything near as bad as what I get, guys." Oh my god!
That was the biggest douche move ever. He downplayed a black actress getting ist comments and said it's nothing compared to that. Sends mail to himself.
Anthony's correct though. Let's be real. Nobody even knows who this guy is to send him hate mail.
He has almost 1 million subs. Oh my god. Doomer pilling everyone.
I don't even know what that means.
Basis. Nonetheless, Ingram showed the hate mail and then.
If it's real and I get lots, why should we believe you but not a black woman? That's the other thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you prejudiced
douchebag. Like, I want to see.
Yeah, he's such a prejudiced dude. You're getting me all worked up, RJ. Do you see this? He's such a prejudiced douchebag. I get lots of
Max,
it.
Max.
What?
He is a racist.
Yeah.
Himself. That's what he is. Okay.
Well, I get lots of it, but who knows if her stuff is real? And she's so
We may
ready
need
to
to
say
clip
it.
this out and make this its own separate video.
Oh my dear Lord! What a giant douche!
I don't even know who this guy is. You know, I have no clue who he is. I just saw the video on my Twitter feed, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is.
Gave this response.
Long story short, there are hundreds of those. Hundreds. And I also see those of you out there who put on a cape for me, and that really does mean the world to me because, you know, there's nothing anybody can do about this. There's nothing anybody can do to stop this hate. And so I question what my purpose is, and even being here in front of you saying that this is happening.
The Kryptons, what the hell, dude? I mean, we're trying to be sympathetic to her, and we're trying to feel empathy. And you're like, man, damn, she's hot. Damn, she's hot.
Listen, don't disrespect, but Krypton is right. She is hot. She's
beautiful. She is, but weird timing, dude. Read the room. It's not like when a beautiful woman is distressed and explaining things that's bothering her, it may not be the appropriate time to say, damn, you're hot. Right? You know, am I wrong, RJ?
You're wrong.
Anthony?
You're wrong.
I just wanted us to keep watching the video.
Uh-oh, Ashley's here. Listen, this was RJ's idea. Hey, Ashley.
I had no clue who this guy was. I decided let's watch this and see. But this is the most cringiest thing I've seen in a long time.
Did you hear that, Ashley, before? He was downplaying what she was getting, suggesting it might not even be real, and she was so ready to reveal it. And then it's like, I get hate.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's what made me like click on this link.
I mean, even though he's got like 1 million subs and she is open, you know, she might have the entire world Star Wars fans on her.
I mean, such an idiot, like diminishing her possible comments. But you know, I get death threats. It's just like I've never even seen this guy before. It's just ridiculous. But
why should we believe? And that's prejudice too. You should believe me, but this black actress over here, might not even be telling the truth.
It's like the poor white man syndrome. He has poor white man syndrome. It's like what it is.
Who has more reason to lie? He does than she does. Honestly, to suggest that. Okay.
Keep playing.
It's amazing.
I don't really know. But I think the thing that bothers me is
I
that
actually, just so you guys know, I've been doing a lot of thinking too about some of the previous streams and commenting on this stuff a lot. And if it's on my mind and if it's on other people's minds, I'm going to comment on it. And I think a lot of the issues in fandom in the community is gaslighting and downplaying people that speak out. And it's an epidemic of downplaying bad behavior in fandoms, and suggesting that they're making it up. That is the definition of gaslighting. What's going on right now is all these people are gaslighting her right now for speaking up when she showed receipts. And it's happening in the community too of Star Wars fans, where people say there's their issue and everyone downplays it or acts like it's a teeny percentage. Ashley has said she's got some stuff. Lonely Banter said it's very prevalent online. And what could we do? What's the answer to gaslighting an entire fandom? Is stop speaking on it? No. I think we have to be allies to people that speak up and not just let it go. I mean, I honestly want to cover other topics too. I love movie talk. But there is an important thing to be allies to people that speak out in the community, say these are issues, and not gaslight them, because they're honestly trying to gaslight this woman right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Look what all they suggest, and that's how you do the gaslighting, is you do these little things. If she was ready to comment on, all these slight suggestions.
If she's telling the truth. I mean, it's like all part of a thing to discredit. And there's a lot of other words that, get thrown into the mix that make, that can have like racial undertones even, like at times, with people. And it's really sad. And it's part of like when I talk about like that poor white man syndrome, and the angry white male, they're so concerned with being like what left behind, that they feel like it's like woe is me, everything is against the white man, and it's like racism towards them, and that this woman couldn't possibly be receiving death threats of any kind, and if it is, it's just it's just like what, 1 or 2 or 3, I mean that's what Ryan Cannell said today, he even said that's just part of like, it's part of this the way to diminish racism against minorities, and then make themselves look like the victim instead,
And downplay or act like, oh, this is what year is this? Yeah, like it doesn't exist anymore. Obviously, looking at the news today, there's a lot of hate towards different groups of people, and it's sad. And we are not as progressed as in downplaying it and acting like we're something, but we're not, is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know how much more we want to watch this.
I just want to see his response. I just want to see his response to Moses.
Okay.
Yeah.
that like sort of this feeling that I've had inside of myself, which no one has told me, but this feeling of like, I just got to shut up and take it. I just kind of got to grin and bear it. And I'm not built like that. So I really just wanted to come on, I think, and say thank you to the people who show up for me in the comments and the places that I'm not going to put myself. And to the rest of y'all weird.
I know there was a time when celebrity.
Oh boy, he's not going to like that. Look at him. He's so.
I know. He looks like he's about to start mansplaining some shit.
Mansplaining.
Oh, yeah, mansplaining
would
is one of my favorite things.
Get a bit of hate mail. They've always gotten hate mail. Anybody in the public eye has always gotten hate mail. and they would just move on with their lives. They didn't feel the need to give it the time of day. If you're a Hollywood actress, it's pretty much guaranteed.
You just mentioned it. Yours.
Yeah, he robbed his own hate
But he's
mail.
like, it's not a big deal. She's getting death threats, and people are calling her, racist terms, and calling her the N word, and saying that, I didn't know, Inquisitors spoke Ebonics and things like that. Like that's normal behavior. That's really normal.
No, I've seen a lot of that too.
I mean, like that was in that video. When you look at the Instagram story clips, like that's what some of those comments, like someone's saying, I didn't know Inquisitor spoke Ebonics. I didn't know you're not the first N-word to be in Star Wars.
Listen, I'm not
like
commenting on
if you
that.
pay attention to the words, like it's just like they are
He's very well spoken, is all I'm
based
gonna say.
on
Yeah.
Mansplaining is not a sexist term.
I've never heard someone say that before. I've never once heard anyone complain that the term mansplaining is somehow sexist.
Well, he said man splashing. Thanks, Fourth. I don't know.
Man splashing.
Oh, that's a joke. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
That 99.999% of the communication you receive on a daily basis will consist of fawning praise. Why say anything at all about the 0.0001%?
How does he know what the percentage? It does. Either irregardless. It doesn't matter what percentage it is, but they always downplay actual prejudice behavior to 99. Always.
Yeah, it's this amount. How many comments are there? It's like that's like the next thing. If it's just a few, then then it's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal. Like that she got these comments. These people have sent these things to her. It's like, well, if it's only like 10 or 15, then that's nothing. It's still racist comments. But I like when she's saying that she's got hundreds. I believe her in the fact that they want to act like it's nothing. To me, it's just so ridiculous. It's like it's like a reflection of your own biases and your own racism within you. If you have an issue with someone speaking up about racist comments that they've received.
Exception. Well, because everybody's looking to be a victim, even and especially.
Oh, now. What were you doing then? What was he doing? What was he doing?
What did you say?
He's going through the whole playbook.
Everyone's looking to be a victim.
He's going through the whole playbook.
Yeah.
I knew. Listen, I saw this. I'm like, I think I recognize this guy. I was like, damn you, RJ. Oh,
I honestly I've never knew this guy existed before today. And I'm honestly regretting even knowing this man.
He's going through the whole Alex Jones spiel. Victim blaming. Everyone wants to be a victim. Gaslighting victims, or suggesting false flags. Everything. The playbook. This is the playbook. I see this coming a mile away.
Fourth, there's a difference, and it's called, and I'm not going to say the term. There's something called the acceptable N-word. Okay, all right, and then there's the non-acceptable. Okay. So there's a difference. It still has very, very serious racist undertones, but there's acceptable and non-acceptable. Okay. And certain people are considered acceptable. All right. And others are not. So in certain cases, they're thinking, that's one of the good ones, so they like them or tolerate them. Essentially. It's not necessarily, anti-racist against specific people. It's just called being the acceptable N-word. Okay,
well,
that's what it is.
Also, and again, I don't mean to try and overspeak as someone who's not black myself, but I do think there's also discrepancies versus, especially when it comes to black women.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very differently also, and they're treated very differently as well.
But he was just pointing out specific, the only reason why I bring that up instead of going to the black woman route is because people are already starting to question who O'Shea Jackson is. And if he's this or he's that, people are already starting on his character who has not shown up yet. mind you, right? So that's why I kind of like lean toward the acceptable N-word argument with that.
I think something else that's a big problem is that, well, we had these characters that were black characters before and we liked them. Or I have a friend that's black.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So I can't be prejudiced. But here's the ultimate thing. You treat people with, just like the best kind of friends are the ones you could disagree with and still be friends. If there is a minority with a different opinion, they treat them like absolute trash and treat them like a
Well, I was going to mention too, it's the same thing that
as long as they have the same opinion.
Well, I was going to say it's also very similar to what we see in regards to sexism. Why I like Ahsoka Tano, so therefore, how can I be a sexist? Like that doesn't really work. Like you can have
because you like one. How do you treat people in things with when you don't like the character or like their opinion? Then you treat them like absolute trash and is not even like a human being. You dehumanize them.
People feel very, very uncomfortable when you are outspoken, you're a female, and you're black, especially. So it's like a specific thing. And like if her character is very prominent in the show as well, right? At times she didn't really like in the beginning, like the amount of anger that was coming from her. So it's like this walking stereotype for them. So it's easy for them to hate, a specific thing. And then like especially right. How a lot of the treatment that us as black women do receive. So it's like a combination of all of it.
You bring up an amazing point, Ashley, where I could see a lot of the hatred is being outspoken. Whereas if you just fall in line with the other people's opinions, we're cool with you. We're cool with you. Just your place. Don't.
Right,
that's a lot. That's a lot of what I see of if you're outspoken, have a different opinion, they treat you like absolute shit, and treat you as a target and mock you and dehumanize you. So as long as you fall in line and have similar opinions, there's degrees of it. They're not. I don't know if they have hoods in their closet or going. You know what I'm saying? But there's different degrees. That's the other thing that people have to realize is there's degrees of it, and we all need to try to be better. And it doesn't mean the most hyperbolic thing, but they're still doing horrible, toxic, horrendous things to the communities. All right, should we watch? Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm saying they also feel like that they're speaking to a certain, group of people, and then they're also looking to recruit new people into the fold, like the possibly the young white male that feels like he's not heard or that he's being ignored. So this is specifically for them, right? That's what I'm saying. It's just like people who might necessarily feel like that they're lost or in a bad spot. This fuels that's who they're looking for, to bring them into the fold, for like-minded, it's because again, it's the poor white male syndrome.
All right, let's hear. Do we have anything else after this?
Not really. No.
Hollywood actresses, and everybody surrounding the actress is looking to be a white knight, virtue signaling, like Ewan McGregor, the star of Obi-Wan Kenobi, who recorded.
Oh my God.
It's not a virtue signal. Hold on. Here's my. Am I wrong?
He literally called Ewan McGregor a white knight.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Is it wrong? What is a virtue signal? The definition of I assume that it's when people go overboard trying to say how virtues are. Common decency is not a virtue signal to me. Am I incorrect in that? That's how I see a virtue signal. I see like common decency and like don't be ist.
I don't understand.
Nice to people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not a virtue signal. Like everything's become like Ashley's done a video on how everyone calls things woke now, though your word is way overused. I think virtue signal is way overused now, where people just being nice to each other is now they're suggesting as a virtue signal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that he's even calling something as basic as saying
Yeah.
"don't be a bully" a virtue signal is so ridiculous, and just goes to show the kind of person he is at this point. Like, Star Wars actors have always stuck up for each other. I mean, look at Ahmed Best or Jake Lloyd. There have been countless times other Star Wars actors have stood up for their co-stars. I mean, this is not something new.
So here, I'm doing some Googling. Virtue signal is an expression used to call an individual, company, or organization to imply moral grandstanding, like it's a grandstanding type thing, like that just genuine human decency and morals and empathy should not be called a virtue signal. Honestly, it's like when someone goes overboard and it's like, and that's also subjective,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
People don't actually know what that word even means. Like, they're using it incorrectly and labeling basic human empathy, as you said, to that term.
Yeah, like everything's a virtue signal. Like just like when Zack Snyder was on Geeks and Gamers and there was an event, and these morons most of them did not even know that there was a shooting in Asian massage parlor, and they said stop Asian hate. Like, this is a virtue signal. When there's an event that day and you mention that it's not a virtue signal, that's like being decent when there's horrible things happening in the world. It's not a virtue signal then.
Can I say something? Fourth, okay, that is not what I'm saying. Anybody can go through hardships, but the mentality of this is that I'm the forgotten white male. Look at me. What about me? Okay, all right. That is what it is. It's not okay. You're not getting it for it. All right, and it's not my response. And I'm sorry. That's not what that means. All right. Poor white man syndrome is, people are racist against me. I'm being lost in the fray. Too much diversity, and I'm being forgotten. That is the poor white man syndrome, male syndrome, not about individual hardships for people.
Whereas he's obsessed with even small inconveniences to him in his media. Other races have actual hardships in real life. That's where I say, as much as they are so consistently complaining about like movements like Black Lives Matter, that's where I mock them and say white fictional lives matter, because that's all they care about. If they're complaining that people talk too much about that, they're always complaining about fictional white characters, white men most of the time, acting like they're getting the short end of the stick when they're not. There's not even substance to it. It's really pathetic. Okay, yeah, we're not going to go much longer. Watch like a minute more and blame RJ. Hashtag blame RJ for this.
I mean, you guys kept it going. I mean, I was right. I mean,
come on.
Oh yeah.
Blame RJ.
Let him
and
run
blame it on Ashley too.
I know. Just let it run for like another couple minutes, and then it'll be done.
I'm only doing 1 minute. I can only take 6 minutes of this douche, and then I need to cleanse my palate with something refreshing and nice. And movie talk after this.
Reported this message of support. Listen.
It seems that some of the fan base from this influential fan base have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs. And I heard some of them this morning and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor. She's a brilliant woman. And she's absolutely amazing in this series.
Well, first of all, Ewan McGregor doesn't know the first thing about car videos. And this is an actor. Terrible cinematography there compared to at least what.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
I know, but he did it up.
What you got from me back in the old days. Did it really break your heart, though, Ewan? Really? I mean, we just had a school shooting in Texas where 19.
Oh my God! This
guy is the biggest dude.
There it is.
This is like and now if someone mentioned that shooting, he would say they were being ridiculous or virtue.
They would say it's a virtue signal.
But now he's using it against Ewan McGregor. What? What do you? This dude is really going to be happy if Ewan McGregor brings up a shooting. Then he'll say, "Why are you bringing that up?" Oh my goodness.
We still got one more. We got let it run for one more minute, then we're done.
Wow, there is someone worse than Jeremy, or someone worse than Ryan Kendall.
I don't know. I mean, they're
This
both
is pretty bad.
This is really bad. Yeah.
Children were slaughtered, but you had time to feel heartbroken because an actress got a few mean DMs.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. RJ!
What? I listen.
wish
It
I
was a
didn't wake
random
up
video
now.
I
Oh my
found.
God.
It was a
Wow.
random video. I didn't know. I didn't know who this guy was.
The official Star Wars Twitter account got in on
Well,
the
you know who retweeted him is the guy that, on... Listen,
Yeah, Jack
this is how we go
Posobiec.
down this rabbit hole, is Gina Carano's Twitter. That's how we went down this rabbit hole.
No,
Jeff,
not
if you
Gina.
see-
Not
in there.
no, but if you see
No,
Jeff...
Gina didn't retweet it.
Yeah.
I went.
Oh.
She quote tweeted Jack
Yes.
Posobiec's tweet.
Yes, that Jeff
linking-
Posobiec guy.
Jack
is
Posobiec
everywhere.
was the guy who retweeted Matt Walsh's video.
Yes.
So that's where I got it.
Yes, that Jeff Posobiec guy is a douche. Yes. Anywhere he shows up on Twitter, it's going to be shit like this.
Well, now I know. Now, because I didn't know any of these guys, so now I know.
Oh gosh.
I'm only going to 6 minutes. That's it.
the action too, posting this. We're proud to welcome Moses Ingram to the Star Wars family and excited for Reva's story to unfold. If anybody intends to make her feel in any way unwelcome, we have only one thing to say. We resist. There are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist. So brave, so bold.
Oh my gosh.
Everything. They're all talking about NPCs. Oh my god. They all are NPCs.
Why do they all say that same line?
Because it's sarcastic. They're being sarcastic, downplaying it. Oh, so stunning and brave. Oh, so complaining about, whining about white white fictional characters is so stunning and so brave. Congratulations, Matt.
Well, keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I don't want to play it.
Disney will edit their movies to appease to the Chinese
Oh
market.
God!
Actually, they've
All right,
not been doing that as of late, but
Max, are you okay?
I can't take this guy anymore. It's all the same thing. Talking about NPCs, effing clowns. Yes. Oh my goodness. I need some. Give me some good news, RJ. Do you have breaking news or anything?
I can find something. Hold on.
You can find something.
Yeah, I'm looking for something. Let's go.
Well, Morbius re-release tanks at the box office.
Yeah, the re-release. The re-release was a huge failure.
Oh my gosh, what did LB do now? I'm sorry.
Listen.
What did he do?
Gina Carano blocked him.
I have breaking news. I have breaking news.
Do you?
Okay, great.
Yes, I do. Play the clip.
Oh,
where is it?
No, he doesn't.
Breaking news.
So Deadpool 3 is moving ahead.
Oh yeah, I did my thing on this earlier.
Yeah, and I put it in the private chat. That the writers were talking about it, and they said that Disney is offering their full support, and they are confident that it will stay R-rated.
Yeah, and then one of the writers, they were talking about in several different quotes saying that possibly, there are several versions into the script here, and that they've been very receptive to what they're doing. He's like, now they might down the road get maybe not that joke, but all the execs higher ups are want them to do this R-rated film because the first two films were so successful. And for them, it doesn't make sense, obviously, to dumb down Deadpool. And kind of like what I've been saying, like in the past, that if Deadpool is not in his own standalone thing, then he will be like this PG-13 event.
The biggest question, though, is still, will Deadpool 3 be in the MCU or not?
It's supposed to be in the MCU because they actually bring that up in the article that now that he's in the MCU and we have more things to play with, so he's technically going to be in the MCU.
Oh my god, he's gonna make fun of Thanos.
I want to rewatch
and make fun of different characters. Yeah,
I guarantee you, because the second movie ended with that time travel thing, he's gonna time travel and mess up like the multiverse in some way. He's gonna cross over and be like the first official character to like permanently cross over.
So
I don't know
let
how
me
they. I
get
don't know
this
how they're gonna
straight.
explain it. They gotta explain it somehow.
So Blade will be PG-13, but Deadpool will be rated R. Okay, Disney. Okay.
Well,
They didn't
because
say Blade was PG-13 for
I
sure.
mean,
Blade is definitely gonna be PG-13.
Blade is definitely PG-13. The only reason that no, Deadpool was not in
Like,
the MCU
how do you really like?
until
No
with his
offense
first two
for it.
films.
That's a very loaded comment that it would take like so long to
Well,
dissect.
Forth,
so much
I
from that.
understand it was not cool to do that.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like
these are corporations
talking about
operating
capitalism,
in
too.
corporations operating in regions that do
So-
not have the same standards we do. And what can they do? Can they make China be better? I don't think they can make China be better.
Well, it's not even a factor anymore because China's basically ditched most American movies anyway
Yeah.
now, so they don't matter what anymore.
And I mean, like they keep coming,
It's
and
like
asking.
Sorry, go ahead, Ashley. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, and they've asked for several things from Disney films of late, and they've not complied with, the things that they wanted edited out, and certain things are not necessarily complying, just because I think that they know from
it's a
PR
case-by-case
standpoint, it
basis.
doesn't look good for them either. So, they're trying not to cave to China's pressures as well.
Here's the thing. It was not cool what they did to Finn on the poster, but it was just the poster.
No.
If they edited Finn out of the movie, that's completely different.
I mean,
That's
they did it to
ridiculous.
Black Panther too. They put the helmet on his head. I mean, it's
and that may have just been the Chinese marketing department. I don't know.
I mean, they're very they don't think commonly of Black people. I mean, like I've seen there's one of the most racist commercials that airs in China where there's this Black man and he goes in and brushes his teeth and all this stuff and washes his face, and when he comes out, he's what? He's a white. Then his race changes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, so it's that's very yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of.
I mean, and then the fact that Disney did cave to those pressures, but the fact that even they've in this one situation they've done the right thing, but it's oh well, Disney did this. What about? It's always what aboutism, It's what about this and what about that, and it's just companies obviously are not. A lot of the times they're not doing things for the greater good, right? But Disney's got a lot of backlash of late for not being more acceptant and being very intolerant as a company. So I think that them moving forward, they're trying to do what they feel is best as a company. Nobody's sticking up for Disney, but the fact that the company is sticking up for specific people, their talent is very important,
Yeah. Even Tom Cruise said he's
that's
happy
what it
that
is.
Hollywood.
Krypton.
Yes, that's a good time. Even Tom Cruise said that he's happy that Hollywood is dishing China and stuff like that. And look at Top Gun; it's already made $500 million. So, Hollywood
there's not an easy solution. They have to take each project case by case basis. And honestly, are we putting that on Disney that these countries do this? I don't know. The answer is there's not an easy answer on that. Let me see if there's anything else we could talk about before we end the show.
Yeah, because it's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to sleep.
I literally woke up.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, you
fell
want to run the
asleep
show?
No,
Ed?
of course, no. You can't say that, man. That's
What?
not really comparable. I understand what you're trying to say, but the thing is we're talking about a societal. I don't know. I understand what you're trying to say. I just don't think that's the right kind of comparison to make.
What did he say? I missed the comment. I wasn't looking.
This.
Based on China, words.
I mean, technically, they already do because
They do take
because they hide among the public.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about something nicer.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let's end the stream on a positive note.
Is this going to be
fantastic? Woke? This is from Joe Blow. Fantastic Four, which I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Oh, it's definitely woke.
Obviously, Doctor Doom. Big names are reportedly being sought after to direct, so Kevin Feige can be more hands off.
Yeah, basically what they're saying is that Feige doesn't want to oversee this entire production. He wants to hire a big name director who they can trust to deliver something great.
And he was very and a lot. I was gonna say he was very happy with with Raimi, with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and he felt like he didn't have to police that, so he wants to find another big name director.
If they get like a lower tier director, like someone new to blockbusters, that means they're going to be more hands on than a cable director who's made these kinds of movies before or has made big blockbusters before. So they basically just want a big name director, which that could be a litany of people, but that's it.
Well, I'm just surprised by the handoff statement because it's Fantastic Four. I thought they would micromanage the hell out of this.
No, I mean they also want it's also they want a big name director for that, but also because they want that director style to be imprinted on the film. I mean, because like in the article that that came out 7 days ago that I read, it goes into explicit detail that he was very, 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 very happy with the stuff that Raimi did, and it had his own stamp, and he does want to pull away from that a bit and being so hands-on and let that directors speak for themselves, as long as they hit specific points that need to be in for the the overarching films moving forward for the MCU. But he wants these directors to have their own stamp on these films. Well, he was very happy with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah,
they know how important this movie is to get it right. They're still going to be making sure that it's hitting what it needs to, but they're going to be a little more flexible and bring in a big name talent to make something really special with this, because they know they need to get a hit here. They did say too that to not expect any big announcements in regards to casting or director until maybe after Labor Day. So if I were to guess, Max, this means I think they announced the cast and director of Fantastic Four
D23
in September.
It'll be D23. I mean,
So by September, we'll know who our Fantastic Four are, and we'll know who our director is.
What if it's Sam Raimi?
I don't think it'll be Sam Raimi.
I don't think it will be. I think Sam Raimi's going to Doctor Strange.
I think I could see him maybe doing coming back for Doctor Strange, or even like a Wanda thing, but I don't see Fantastic Four.
I don't know who. I mean,
well, these quotes are interesting though. Let's go through these real quick. Some late night Justin Kroll. I don't know who that is.
He's for Deadline, I believe.
Some late night Fantastic Four directing search updates. Well, it's easily top. One source says, don't expect to be filled anytime soon, as long as I'm even close to cutting down a list of candidates. I'll be shocked if a choice is made before Labor Day. So I guess those, according to this person, those Bryce Dallas Howard comments might just be something they're looking for. Or no.
Even she said that she was like, I don't know anything about it.
They're not casting right now. They're doing a search, obviously.
I think she's lying.
Well, they always do that. They always downplay it. While no names have surfaced, multiple sources say, well, it's a large mix of candidates. Feige and company are taking a lot of shots at some big names. One source close to the process, Kevin doesn't want to oversee the entire shoot. Okay. Well, that's everything you said. Well, that's exciting. I'm really looking forward to that movie. And what did you think about the Black Adam images, Ashley?
I really liked that they were cool. I liked that they were in black and white. So, but to me, I think he looks cool. He just doesn't look like Black Adam to me. He looks like Dwayne Johnson, in a Black Adam suit, just based off of the images and things that I've seen, because the ears, huh?
No, I was gonna say, what would have made it better if they would have gave freaking Dwayne Johnson the pointy ears.
Yeah, that's exactly
That would have been different.
Yeah,
but the costume.
Oh, he looks really cool.
All the costumes are great. I just hope it has a good script directing behind it, because you can have it could be a great looking movie.
Shh, Callie.
I don't like the filter in the trailer though either. But
yeah, I hope they fix that.
I have to say this image here is amazing. That's Enosh's Grammy's dog, the one that unfortunately she passed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
He looks like he's It looks like his head's super tight. He's like, oh my god, get this off me.
Let me see. That's a better one.
Oh, that one's great. Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Sorry, I'm sharing DMs. I apologize. I was trying to
What
save
about
it to my
the Luke Cage stuff that the actor's saying that he's lying. He's lying.
He said, I
Wait, what are
don't
you
know
talking about?
what he said, like, yeah, earlier he said, like, the article there, he said, I don't know what Marvel's plans are. Like,
He's lying.
I mean, he's the one that obviously I believe. Now, Bryce Dallas Howard, she might be lying, but like to me, obviously, he is lying because he's like, Marvel hasn't spoke to me. You know, no one's come to me about coming back. You know, so like to me, I think that he's probably coming back.
Jar J cake.
Oh yeah. That's I talked to her a lot.
Huh?
Kelly, shush.
That's oh my gosh, why am I blinking on her name? That's Gracie. That's Gracie.
Oh, she's the cosplayer, Gracie?
Yeah, Gracie's the cosplayer. She's a great Snyder fan. Yeah, I've talked to her a bit. She's really cool. She also makes custom cakes. Like
I didn't know it was the same person.
Yeah, it's the same person. She does cosplay and she makes cakes.
Oh,
can you buy it?
I follow the cake.
Well, she makes
one,
it for fun. She does it for fun.
And I follow the cosplay
I
one.
would definitely buy cake.
Look her up. It's called her username is Gracie Cosplay. She follows me. She's really cool.
Yeah. Can you get her on the show to the Mac show?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of intimidated to message her. She's got like 40,000 followers, dude.
Oh.
I could try.
Just do it.
Wait. I had something else funny to show. It's just like a 30-second video. I don't know if I just randomly came across it. It was pretty funny. Probably you're like, Max, you're only seeing this now.
Yeah, I heard that Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be in Chippendale.
Yeah.
Which
They went with Ugly Sonic instead.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Jar Jar was standing.
Did anyone see this before?
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah, but
trying to execute Order 66
anyway,
at McDonald's.
No, I haven't seen this.
Yes, could I get an order 66?
We don't have an order 66.
Well, that's disappointing. Could I just get an order 6 then?
A number 6? Medium or large size?
Let's do a medium.
What'd you do?
Coke Zero.
We don't have Coke Zero.
Well, this is disappointing. Let's just do Diet Coke.
Any
You
sauce?
have Coke.
Barbecue, please.
Anything else?
Good. Yes, good.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, young Luke, only at the end do you understand. You will die.
That guy was like, he just shut the door. Like, I ain't dealing with this today.
He's like, yeah,
I subbed to him today.
That's great. That's amazing.
Oh, he does live streams. Who was that celebration?
Max, get him to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. All right. This is supposed to be a 20-minute stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the panel. This was my solo stream, everyone.
Sorry.
No, that's good. I love when people come on the show. So I was having a good time. I just got home. I probably should get some rest, spend some time with the dogs. Thanks for watching. We'll probably be back tomorrow with another stream, member stream. And go check out Marvel Mania, Anthony and Ashley. And then hopefully next Saturday will be a big celebration stream for someone.
Who's
someone
that?
special. I don't know. All right. Good night, everyone.
Peace.